Hello guys, and welcome back to another brand new video. So today I will be doing a sort of how-to build on some doors I made in my previous base. This video will be going up before my base video because I'm having problems like finish videoing my base. So what I've done is I've got half that video done. I just need to finish off the last bit of it, and then it's just all complicated. But this video will be going up before my actual thing. So, I've been requested to do this video by Brickvillestudios. He's a really awesome person. And he requested me to do this, so I'm doing this for him and other people who want to know how to build really awesome doors. Just to let you know, there are a couple of things I've already pre-built for this, purely because I don't want to make this video long and boring. And they're just big, and it saves a lot of time just having them already built. So the things that I have built are my doors. It doesn't matter really what size doors you have, but all that I can say is build the doors depending on how many pieces you have. So if you're having doors, make sure you have enough of, like 1 by however many, whatever size you have, that you get 1 by 2s, 1 by 4s, 1 by 6s, 1 by 8s. So if I just focus in on that. So as ever many as you have of these. So don't build up massive doors and then like go, oh, I need more pieces. Only do that if you're able to buy in more pieces. Don't just go like, oh damn. You can always improvise by using some other flat pieces, such as these sort of pieces. You can use those. They work just as well. But I think it looks cooler when you have the flats without the grills. So these are already built, and I've got the cog rails, as it were, on the top, and I've got it 2 pieces over, or 2 blocks over. So it makes it. I'll explain later when I get to that part. So I've got 2 doors with a left door and a right door. You can tell by having that on the side. That's the left door. This is the right door. So they're already pre-built. What also is pre-built is the walls. Now for this I've got the traditional pattern of base building walls. I got 1 by 2 at the bottom, and they're sort of every other high, and then the rest are all this. So I got 2 of these walls, and they are also a left and a right. You can tell with the left and the right because they got the pieces sticking out of them. Another little thing I've already got pre-built, which is really small but it's just easier, is a 1 by 4 and a 1 by 6 on top of it, and I'll be showing you that later as well. So now I'm going to start off with actually building the runner for the door. For the size doors I'm doing, I'm going to be putting a 1 by 4 down, and then getting 2 1 by 8s and sticking them either side, and then sticking 2 more 1 by 4s either side there. So this now should be the size of the door. So the door fits perfectly on top of those, which makes it a really easy, decent size to use. So I'm just going to get a couple more of these and just continue going off to the side, which would now continue as the runner. So by having the door here, now what I'm going to do is get a 2 by 8. It doesn't really matter what size you use, you just need to sort of have it to the same size as your walls. The reason why you need these is because if you don't have these, as I've done I've done lots of different versions of this video. I haven't uploaded them because they were all rubbish. But you need these because else the cog won't actually touch the wall without you having to modify the whole wall. So it's just easier if you have a lot of these just underneath all of them. So that needs to go 2 blocks in. So it sort of looks a bit like this, which is pretty simple. So just do that, and then do the exact same to the other side. At first, the walls will be, or the doors will be quite flimsy because you haven't actually locked them in at all yet. And then what I'm going to be using is a 2 by 6. And then 2 2 by 3s because that's all I could find at the time for this video.
So the reason why I've done that is because these are the exact same size as the walls. The walls are, what size is that? 22. The walls are 22 blocks long for just a sort of demo video. So I've done that. And then what I'm going to be doing is with these pieces, this is a 1 by 10. I've got a couple, one 1 by 10, two 1 by 3s, and one 1 by 4. So what I'm going to be doing with these is sticking them next to the doors, but sort of next to the runners. So what this is going to do is this is going to keep the wall or the door from falling over practically. So then I've got two 1 by 6s with flats and one 1 by 8. Then just stick those down. Then that stops the door from coming forwards. And then I've got a 1 by 8, which I'm going to stick behind. And then I've got I think it's a 1 by 12. I'm trying to keep most things the same colour just to make it a bit easier. And then all I'm going to do is do the exact same thing and stick 1 by 4s over the top of them. Like that. So that when they're in, they won't physically move unless you actually lift them up to take them out. So that just sits them in there quite nicely and cosily. So now with these 1 by 4 and 6s, I'm going to stick them here and here. Yep. So what this enables us to do is when you slide the door open, it stops the door from sort of falling off. Same with over here, but also when you close the door, it stops it halfway. So it sort of keeps the door from going any further. So now I'm just going to use these other 1 by 4s. I'm going to put the camera back in its track where it's getting awkward again. So sort of when you open the doors now, they finish right on the end. So now, what I'm going to do is get 2 by 3 and stick them either side of the door. Like that. So now what that also does is, when you're winding the handle to operate the cog, because the 1 by 4s and 1 by 6 sort of pillars, let's just call them that, because they're quite flimsy, because they're only 1 brick wide, they would easily fall over, and then that will allow the door to break. So if you have like a really complicated building, like all of it's boxed in, then you'd have to pretty much take the whole thing apart just to get into it. So that sort of just gives it a bit of a strengthening. So now what I'm going to do is get my big chunky walls and stick them down here and here. So now you sort of got the walls and you've got the doors. So that's simple. So now what you want to do is get a cog, this side's cog, a pole. Doesn't really matter what size pole, and I'm using a 1 by 2 with 2 holes in it. So there's going to be a left one and a right one. So I'm going to stick that in like that, and that's going to go here. Well, see, I've knocked over my flimsy support pillar. No, don't do this. So, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that, it fell over. So now I'm going to build the exact same thing, but this time you want to have it so it's in that side, so that when you stick it down, they're sort of towards the centre. And now, with some more 2 by 4 grey bricks, I'm going to build across the wall. This is kind of delicate because it's really flimsy. So what I do is just build like the first sort of part of it, and then just sort of lock it in with some more other pieces. Like that. See, it just falls apart instantly, to be honest. So the trick is sort of be as quick as you can when doing this to sort of lock it in place. And then with some more 2x4 grey bricks, lock in your... Damn. Sorry, it's because I'm working on carpet. Normally I have a wooden baseboard underneath, but I'm using that for my base. So now that I've done that, you can sort of just continue with the height of the wall. Like I said, you really can do any size wall to any size door, but just don't forget about sort of sizing. So don't have like a base plate size door, because you're going to need like an extra base plate to accommodate the door opening. And then afterwards, what I've got is I've got some just pieces here. So I've got a 2x2 flat circle disc and a 2x2 flat sort of rounded end. So I'm going to stick those two together so they sort of make that shape. And stick that on the end and then push it all the way through. Then with a 2x2 bigger version of it, just stick that on the end. Then do exactly the same to... Whoops, I dropped the piece. Do exactly the same to the other side. So put those together, put them on, stick that on the end. So you got two discs, which disguise the fact that there's any Technics involved. Then the other side, just stick that on the end. Focus. Like that. So that's pretty simple. And then all you have to do is just twist. So it is very easy and very simple to build these doors. I know I say it's easy to build, and I've had difficulty building it. I've had like 4 takes on it, but it's a lot easier when you're sort of just sat down creating things. Whereas this, I sort of have to plan every single piece of it. Normally I would sort of spend a whole day in my room just building away. So thanks guys for watching this video. I hope this has really helped you, Brickvillestudios, and your request for the door. Here it is. I'll give you one sort of overview of the whole thing, back and front. So thanks guys for watching this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to check out my channel and all my other videos. Thanks guys.